All right, ladies and gentlemen, good morning, good morning. Welcome to today's Build Exclusively with Antonio T. Smith Jr. meeting. Good morning to everyone. Good morning, Mr. Lewis. Always a pleasure. I'm about to hand it over. Sir, you said to remind you to start with quick money with Chat GPT on today.
Okay. Quick money. You got lucky. It's 10 degrees wherever Otis is, feels like -2. Out of line.
Out of line.
Out of line. It's cold in Texas too.
Okay,
but
listen.
we don't get to complain.
I said, I'm with Jamal. He said he gave up freezing locations for Lent years ago.
Yeah. Gotta trade freezing for hay fever. Yes. That's what we do. Yes. Yes, we trade freezing for hay fever. All right, let's see. Quick money first, and then what was it? Quick money first, and then I want to talk about your February 1st stuff. I want to do that. I'm gonna talk about your February 1st stuff because you're supposed to be launching a business. So we want to do that. We want to launch our business. Cool. All right. Yes.
I'm sorry for interrupting, but I have something to say that's quite off subject, and it's about the leadership class last night.
Okay.
It was amazing. It is still sitting with me so deeply. And if I could get a copy of that, please, but it was amazing. I love it. I'm speechless about it, but it awesome.
Thank you
Awesome
so
job.
much.
Sir.
Yes,
Thank you.
yes, thank you so much. We will see you all for Pathbender real soon.
I'm looking so forward to it, sir. I am so excited.
Yes.
Yes. Thank you.
Yes. Now, if any of you outside of Jerome and anybody else, if you got tickets and cash apps to donate to the prisoners, you're more than welcome to send them right now. More than welcome to send them. Tracy, go ahead.
Thank you. I was trying to get in before I got to the school. Okay, that's exactly what I was about to say. She jumped in before I could about last night's call. I just want to thank you. I want to thank everyone for the call that was on the call, for everything that you've done. That was really, really amazing. I woke up motivated, and for some of you, you may have gotten my invite. I may not be able to talk when we get to February 1st stuff, but after we did night wins, it kind of, that also motivated me to get my butt up and get going. And so I used Chat GPT to do my motivational moments with TDA script. It helped me create the videos. It helped me create the like literally everything, the welcome video, the inviting videos. So I did all the things that you told us to do in order to get my business up and going. So if you haven't seen your invites are coming to be a part of my community, Motivational Moments with TDA. Thank you. Y'all have a good day.
Come on. Y'all let me some actually clap for that.
Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Yes, Tracy.
Good job.
I got it. Thank you.
Yep. I joined this morning.
Look at that. You mean to tell me that people are happy? Well, I tell you, I don't know how to express that. Y'all out here happy early in the morning, knocking down walls and pulling down strongholds. That was for the church folk. That last one. That was for the church folk. They get it.
Thanks to you.
Yes.
Thanks to you,
Amen.
sir. You're happy.
Amen.
Thank you.
Amen. I'm not mad at it. So how do we make quick money with Chat GPT? Let's have a round table discussion about that. Put it in the notes too, Grace, the topic. Put it in the chat. Quick money with Chat GPT. How do we do that? Let's have a round table discussion. Let's say let's be realistic. Let's say we need $750 today.
Okay, so you can use Chat GPT. You can do an ebook. You can
Right. Give me a running list, Grace.
you can use Chat GPT to make an ebook. You can sell the ebook for like $1. You can put together a webinar, and you can do like a 2-day webinar. You can do you can not 2-day webinar, but you can do like a 2-hour webinar. Use Chat GPT to do the script. That's when you bring in your people. You can do the webinar by this afternoon. Have people sign up for it, and then you can upsell them to the ebook. You can upsell them to a journal. You can upsell them to a book, or you can use Chat. I'm gonna say Carlos because trying to say Chat GPT you could use Carlos to create a full out program, and you can upsell them to the program. And then you can start the program next Monday, so you can have the time to, put all the meat and the scripts together for a chat through Carlos. You can do question. Are we getting the money today, or are we building to get the money?
No, getting the money
today. So my answer is get you money today. You can actually sell yourself as a Carlos expert, and you can tell people, hey, do you need a webinar? Do you need an ebook? Do you need a book? Do you need whatever they need? I can do it for you. Talk to me today. You do a free consultation with them, see what they need, and then based on what they need, you charge them. So if they say, hey, yeah, I want to do this whole course and da-da-da-da-da-da, okay, that'll be $1,500. You do their course, their book, their workbook, you do all that for them, do their exercises for them. If they just say, oh, I just want an ebook, okay, that'll be $50. And what you're doing is you're charging for your time. And you don't tell them how you're going to do it. You're charging for your time. You can, what else? You can tell people, hey, are you looking to start a podcast but don't know what to do? No worries. We'll help you start your podcast. You do your 1-hour consultation with them, and you see what they want to talk about. And what you do is you go through, you get them their first 100 episodes. You write the scripts for those 100 episodes, you put it in a document for them, and then you send them that document and you charge them like $150 for it.
Right.
You use Carlos.
Okay. Come on, please. Unmute your mics and clap for all of that expertise.
Woo!
I'm grateful. Man, that was very good.
Thank you. Thank
Yes,
you.
that was very good. That was very good.
I got some more. You want me to keep going?
Keep going, because I'm gonna get other people.
Okay.
Wait. You said create the first 100 episodes, create the documents for the episode. It was one more thing you said for the podcast.
You create the first 100 episodes for them, and then you go in and you write the scripts for them.
That's okay.
And then you just copy and paste that all in one document, and you pretty it up however you want to pretty it up, and you email it to them.
Thank you.
So now they have their 100 episodes with the scripts to go with it. All they got to do is talk. Using Carlos, you can tell people, hey, are you looking for YouTube content? No worries, we got you. You have that 1-hour consultation with them, ask them what they want to do their content on. You talk to Carlos, you get what you need, and then you go in video and you spit them out and tell them you'll do like 10 videos for $1,000 because you are charging for your time. Did the podcast, Carlos. Okay. So for people who are master marketers / salespeople, what you do is you say, you consult somebody about what they want for their business. And then what you do is you consult somebody about their business. And then you ask them, you're like, okay, so what do you need? They're like, well, I need a sales script and I need marketing information, da, da, da. Oh, no, what? Excuse me, y'all. You're like, oh, okay, no worries. We got you. And then you go to Carl, you say, I'll write you a sales script for $100. You go to Carlos and you say, hey, Carlos, can you write me a sales script to sell this product to these people who are like you put in, you talk to Carlos, how Antonio's taught us to talk to Carlos, and you print out, you do the script. And then you go in and you like pretty it up, for them. And you like, okay. And then you schedule a call with them and say, okay, here is your script. Let me go over your script with you. And you do that part and then you give them their script. And you can charge people to write their scripts for them, their sales scripts. Oh, okay. Now, okay, yeah, and that's how you can get $750 today using Carlos, aka Chat GPT.
Fantastic.
Woo! Way to go
Fantastic.
deep. Way to go deep.
Good job.
Woo!
Yeah, my brain been running, so.
Fantastic. That's fantastic. Okay. Who's next? You don't have to give an exhaustive list.
Okay, listen, because I'm like, wait a
our
minute.
intelligent one.
Okay, she did a lot. She did a lot.
Mhm.
I mean, okay. You could, okay. Another thing you could do, going off of her energy, you could say, hey, who needs blogs written about whatever it is, your company, what you're doing, your industry, or what have you. You know what? Do a consultation with them. Tell me what you need. Because I was talking to a lady yesterday about blogging, and she said, I used to blog, but I don't have the time right now. You know what? Okay. So you could, there are people who want to blog and put that, as get more
Sure.
content, but they don't have time. So hey, ask them what they need. You go to Carlos, you go to Los or Carlita or Leroy. That was another name Antonio came up with for yesterday. Hey, please, first you could ask for blog topics so you can get more than one blog for this person. Hey, can you give me 10 or 20, please give me 10 or 20 blog topics on glow in the dark toothpicks, whatever it is that they want to do. And then and Carlos will give it to you. Hey, sure, here you go. And then whatever, then the titles, please, thank you. Please write me a blog, a detailed blog about, and then you can write whatever the first title is of the blog. And Chat GPT will go to work for you. And then you can go and sell it for, I never know how much to sell stuff for. I always ask Deanna and Antonio, that's right. So however much, like Antonio, if you were to do that for people, how much would you charge? Okay, wait, before you answer that, because you are Antonio. If you were me, how much would you charge?
I'd replace one of my bills.
Okay. Replace one of your bills. Okay.
One of my high bills. I mean, not too high, but one of my bills. So
Mhm.
if I needed $750, I would charge $750 and make it $750, the effort, the work.
Gotcha.
Yep.
Okay, that's one. D already said the videos. I was looking last night because Antonio asked me to come up with ideas for something that we're doing. Infographics.
Mhm. Good.
Okay. I saw where you could do infographics for people. If you don't know what an infographic is, I had to go look it up too. But it's for people that are visual like me, but want
Yeah.
information.
Yeah, I
It
like
is a
them all the
great way.
time on Facebook. Yeah, I like
Yes.
those. Yeah.
Right. Tracy, today when she saw that I joined, she DM'd me an infographic. An infographic. It was about motivation, and it gives me things that I could do to continue to help me stay motivated and things like that. So whatever you talk to people, say, hey, you need an infographic done, I can do that for you. You can consult with them, and then let's find out what they need. Go to Chat GPT, because I did this last night. I said, can you create for me an infographic about this topic? He said, I'm sorry, I'm a language model, but I can help you. I can give you information to put in the infographic, and he'll do that for you. And then all you have to do is go to another website that can, if you don't know how to create an infographic, go there so you can learn. Canva, go to Canva. Thank you, sir. Go to Canva, create the infographic with the information that Chat GPT gave you, and then you can sell that.
All right,
That's all,
that's
that's all I
good.
got right now.
No, that's real good. I didn't even think about infographics, and that's at least one of the answers to what I asked you yesterday. Infographics would be very helpful for sure. Who else?
Okay, I'll raise my hand now.
Okay, we got Otis, and then whoever that was after Otis. Go ahead, Otis.
Okay, so I'm using it a little bit different.
Okay.
As I don't know if everyone knows, but I am a investor in the stock market, and I also like to trade on the side. So I use Chat GPT.
I like this. I
And
like where this is going.
it it worked very good. It's a great way of picking out a couple of stocks and asking it to compare them all to see which ones are good. And it does it real quick. Just this morning, I asked for the top stocks in fact, let me pull it up because I made a screenshot. The top stocks in AI, water, nanotechnology, and defense. I also got fintech, seeds, the seeds that you plant, technology and space exploration.
All those
and
are very important.
Cyber health, waste management, and agriculture. And I got those and I compared them all. Now I know where to put my money, right?
Wow.
But also using this, one of my fraternity brothers, he showed interest in the market also. So we talked and I pushed it out. And just this morning, I'm an early bird. Just this morning, he called me and I didn't answer based off of yesterday, Thursday. But he sent me a text and said, based off of the advice and everything from the Chat GPT, he has made over $1,000 just already with the advice from Chat GPT, and asked me, should he sell or should he hold? And I thought it was great. And just if you want to know, I told him to put a stop loss in and let it ride, lock in those profits. And he's happy. I'm a genius in his eyes.
That's right. Yeah, don't correct him. Don't correct him. Stay a genius.
And I'm happy with it. I'm gonna just continue to press it and press it harder to see what I can pull from it.
Wow. Okay. Yeah, no, y'all, you gonna clap for that. You're gonna clap for that.
Congratulations. That was great.
Between Otis, you and Otis, I'm gonna need a class. I'm gonna need a class on how to work.
That's amazing.
I have not thought about it using it that way. That my brain never went there. It just never went there. It's total common sense to my brain, but it never went there at all. And that's an industry that is going to be replaced. Oh man.
Okay, I'm going to put that as number 9 in the chat. Can you use Chat GPT to?
I don't want to say predict stocks.
Okay, I don't want to say that either.
Well, that's not really
to help with stocks.
No.
Okay.
You use Chat GPT as a stockbroker.
No. Okay.
And you got to put 9 and 10. He did it two. Okay. It's 2 things he did. All right. He used it as a stockbroker. No, he did 3 things. As a stockbroker. Then he used it for. He did a new hybrid way of day trading without day trading. Or at least that's what his friend did. He used stock analysts. He used the comparisons.
Wait, is this still number 10 or that's the next one?
That's number 10. And then he used the most impressive way. How do you put that in words, Phil? When he used stocks to get 12 industries to invest in next. How would we put that in words? That's a bit more than analyzing stocks. That is finding stock markets. So use Chat GPT to find profitable, underpriced stock markets. That's what he did. Nanotech.
I heard of that, but
Seeds.
never really. What is nanotech?
It's
Little bitty
just-
computers that
well,
you
yeah.
can that fix things. Okay, I'm trying to think of a movie.
No, you said it. Just that's the easy version. I can give you the nerd version, but there you go. Be ready
You're using it to repair cells in the body, regenerate certain, I don't want to say organs, I don't know if they're up to that yet, but you can use it for that as well.
I'm pretty sure somebody will find a way to make a bomb out of it. We do live in
Or
America.
control people.
Yeah. Be between. Remember, y'all remember I told y'all to get into the metaverse, and it's going to be you need to focus on a few. So it's you got virtual reality, then you're gonna get augmented reality, and you're gonna get this mixed reality. There's two things between, so you should focus on artificial intelligence. And I gave y'all a bunch of links. I'll try to find them here in a second. I gave you a bunch of links about those things, and I think I got those classes still. I'll pull it up. I think it's on Stack Skills. I use Stack Skills as much as I use Udemy as well. I'll figure it out. I'll figure it out in a second, but great. All that's great. I've got too much to say. Otis just thoroughly impressed me, and it's just so much that I want to say, but it doesn't fit in this particular segment at the moment. But I want to say so much to that. I really do. That's fantastic. That is fantastic. I'm very impressed, and that's one of the things that every day people are finding new ways to use Stack GPT, and I just find that so impressive. I find it so impressive. I do. I find it so impressive. So impressive. All those ways are ways you can make quick money. Now let's go same subject. Let's go a little deeper. Right now, I need $750 right now. Me personally, because there's something I want to. Well, I don't need it for myself. There's an organization I'd like to bless in the next 2 days. I'll just say that. I don't know if it's a blessing to them, but I'm not sure if you really call it a blessing. But it is a blessing. I guess it's a blessing, Jerome. It's a blessing, but it's more of a, Haslow's hierarchy of needs. That first one is like get me from getting rained on. It's one of those, blessings, the basic blessings, things like that. I want to help somebody with their rent, so that is a blessing. But I'm not sure if you call that a blessing. That's a Lord, please help me, please. Lord, please help me, please. That's what that is. And I assume, anyway, so how will we use Chat GPT to get $750 in 2 days? Wait, before you answer. I gave you my real scenario because I want you to think about it differently now. Because one thing you can do is do exactly what Otis says. There's one, you get $1,000 very quick. Now it might take 3 to 5 business days for that money to transfer to you. That's typical, but still, there you go. All right. So I want you to think about this because you're going to get in a situation where you need $750 in 2 days. Fix your transmission real quick. I don't know, but you get the point, right? You get the point. All right, go ahead, Dan.
To be honest, there is literally nothing you can't do using Chat GPT.
All right,
If
hold on, stop right there. Hold on, I'm sorry. Let's start there. Grace, Deanna, let's test that. Show you your Chat GPT. Let's test it. She made a bold claim. So let's go to Chat GPT and see if we can ask Chat GPT, how can I make $750 in 48 hours? She made a bold claim. She said, honestly, there's nothing that you really can't do. Okay, we finna test it. That's fair, right? That's what happens when you're on live TV.
that is fair, and
You get fact checked real quick.
I'm excited about this. So go ahead.
Well, you got to share your screen. Share your screen.
Oh,
Yeah,
my
share your screen. And ask, how can I make money?
I'm coming, y'all.
How can I make money? How can I make $750 in 2 days? And it's going to ask you more questions. I'm sure it is. Like, what you gonna do this online? What city are you in? Because stuff like that. I saw chat. I saw what did Jerome? I mean, what did Law say in chat? Because I don't care who you are, we all need $750 in 2 days.
Hey, man. He said he needs something with less friction and quick.
Well, there you go. That's what I'm talking about. How can I make $750 in 2 days? Question mark, please. There you go. Oh, you just got to refresh your page. It's probably up too long.
Yeah, I was doing some stuff last night too. In the middle of.
In the midst of it all.
Out it.
Here we go.
That was. Don't worry. Don't worry about it. Just stay focused. Stay focused. All right. Here are some options. Sell items you no longer need. Facebook marketing plans. Freelance services if you have a skill. And that makes sense. Online surveys. Okay. I didn't see that answer coming. Good job. Drive a ride share service. All right. Do odd jobs for people. Adonia, polish your shoes and re-heel your heels.
For $750.
$750. It's important to keep in mind these options, man. I guarantee you. Well, no, don't go to please more options. But we know what to do now. We're not going to do that. We know that we can explore one of these options, get more options, etc. You can stop your screen now. We know that. We gonna say this class to keep getting these practical ideas and stuff.
But to answer your question directly, Carlos said it. Freelance work. Use Carlos to do freelance work. You can write an entire Antonio calls it funnel hacking. You can ask Carlos to write not a sales page, a funnel script for your for a product, and you can talk to people. You can say, hey, are you looking to, do you need a script for your funnel, your sales funnel page? No worries, I got you. Do you need a bio and you're not quite sure how to write it? I'll write your bio for $10. Just tell me what you do. And then you put that information into Carlos, and Carlos will write the bio for you. If you I would say if you know teachers who need, but I can't really do that because teachers don't have freedom like they used to. So sorry, Grace. If you know someone who they're trying to write a book, or they're trying to write this, or and they just don't know where to start, you can sell outlines for $10 each. Oh, you need an outline for this? No worry, I got you. It'll be $10. Just cash out me $10 and give me about 10-15 minutes and I'll send you an outline.
That is true.
Because some people, they know what they want to do, but they don't know where to start. They don't know how to start. Some people don't know how to write an outline. They don't know all the extra information that can go into it.
Even if I knew how to do it, if I can pay $10 to get you to do it, I will. I can assure you a few of us on this call believe in pay to get a head start.
Listen,
I can assure you that.
I will write you an outline for whatever course or whatever you're trying to do for $15. You can cash at me at this price and give me the topic on which you would give me actually no, and then cash at me, put your phone number, there you go, Aunt Shelly, resume, cover letters, resignation letters. Carlos can do everything.
Oh, that's good. That's real good. That's real good. Okay. All right. I think we got a good solid log of answers. That's for sure. All right. If you were, we're gonna play a game now. We're gonna play a game because it's always easy to pretend to be somebody else because we always know the answers over there, don't we? It's easy to tell Janice, "Oh, girl, you fix it this way," until we go through it. Then it's like, oh my God, I don't know what to do. But it's easy to play with somebody else's money. You're like, oh, this what I would do is I would do this. Yeah, it's easy to manage the $5 million budget at work, but you can't manage your $50,000 budget at home. It's real easy. So let's play. Put somebody else in other shoes. If you were Jerome, if y'all participate, you will find out that if I get to your name, you're going to get some ideas you didn't think of. And one of them may be golden. So everybody who is not Jerome, talk. If you were Jerome, give us how you would use Chat GPT to to bless him. That's all I'm gonna say. I don't want to steer you in this particular direction. You know what he do. That's it. So now I don't want to shrink the knowledge. Go ahead, Deanna.
So what Jerome can use Carlos to do an ebook of specific subject related poems, and he can sell that ebook for $5.
Absolutely. It's called a $5 bump. He can keep that same energy. He can create an ebook about his book. Buy the book, get an ebook explaining the stuff. Kind of like it could be anyway, like what Phil is doing with me on Mondays. Anything else you would have said, Antonio, now that it's been 2 years, right? Yeah. Now that things change, it could be that. It could be that. And that could be the $5 bump, or maybe you just collect email. $5 bump is this, you just charge $5. If you say anything like that, that's a good idea. That's a fantastic idea. Jerome could ask ChatGPT for a marketing plan for his release. He can go to each chapter. No. He can go to each section of his book and ask for a podcast script about this. Now he's taking people from he said, you like that? He's taking people from the podcast, but now he's talking about the book without talking about the book. And each section, he just gets this word for word script that he can write. So he's going to copy and paste that section. Say, it'd be 3 paragraphs. Can you write me a podcast script about this? There's your short podcast. Okay, let me stop real quick. Go ahead, Otis.
Okay. Jerome can ask ChatGPT to translate it into the languages around Baltimore and his market. Let me just put every language around there and target those areas also.
He is on it today. Otis is on it today. It took me 50 years to think about that.
Can you repeat what he just said?
translate. So Baltimore has languages, maybe 90. Like Houston has like 145 languages.
Yes.
Baltimore has languages. He said, you just Google the top 10 languages in Baltimore, and he translates his books into those languages. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. And the best way to do that is just one paragraph at a time. One paragraph at a time. Don't try to give it too much, because you're looking for accuracy. Looking for accuracy. Absolutely. What else? Come on. Yeah, help each other out. Because Jerome, just you like that podcast one. We help each other out. Okay,
Could he do a short video, like in video, about the topic of what his book is about? Would that help?
He could do it about the podcast. He can do it
Okay,
about the
about the
topic of the book as
podcast,
well,
yeah.
but that podcast script he
Yeah.
could turn into
Yeah, a
a
video.
bunch of end videos and all, not a podcast, plus he's uploaded on YouTube, and he got the generated pictures and stuff. And now it's all, if you like this, go buy my book. Yep.
I have an idea for you, Jerome.
All right.
Potentially, you can do, if you don't know what do I talk about, what kind of podcast should I have? You can ask for maybe the top 10, top 20 most significant questions that people are talking about right now. Just tell it to give you a list of some random conversations that you can have if you were talking to a stranger, if you were talking to a female, or if you were talking to whatever subject matter it is. Or again, doesn't have to be related to exactly your book, but your book probably has some lessons in it. So anything that your book or something that would be attached to you, ask it to just make you a list. And it could be just awkward subjects, but it'll you'll be able to have some kind of a conversation around it.
That is very good. And she gave me a few ideas thinking about that. For sure. So let's take Adonia's idea. And then you can start saying, same energy, what are current events around this section of my book? How does this section apply? How can you give me a list of 25 things to talk about for white women across this book? Marginalized communities, alpha women, Black women. It's just, the more myopic you go, the better your list will get. Sure can. That's just from Adonia's idea.
Is that considered demographics, or I'm trying to see how to?
What I just did was demographics. Yeah, that was demographics. That was demographics. If I would have said, well, alpha women could still be considered demographics because it's such a chunky block. It's psychographics too, but it's such a chunky block because alpha women is such a hard definition to actually define. What makes is Adonia alpha woman? Probably not, but is she one? Absolutely. Move out her damn way. But that's that nature versus nurture argument, though, right? Is she an alpha woman? Or is she a beta woman forced to be an alpha woman? We'll never be able to decide that. You'll only know it when you put her in a relationship. She start doing breakfast in bed, and I got it, baby. She's probably been ready to let that alpha just go take care of all this. You take care of all this. I'm gonna just play with Chat GPT about my dreams all day. You go ahead, Daddy. Right? You go ahead. Look, she said.
Let's get back to Jerome.
I'm just saying.
Thank you very much.
I'm just describing how
Thank you,
hard
Jerome.
it is to do demographics and psychographics to something like that. All right, let's see. Okay, more feedback. We got Jerome. If you were,
Can I say
Yes.
something before you leave, Uncle Jerome? I don't know how it would be done,
Yes.
but it's something that I have been thinking about for about a year now, for Jerome to come up with some type of, and I don't know how it would work, but it keeps coming to my mind, hitting back using grace, because he continues to use grace when he has to deal with his sister and other people that he has had to deal with. So I would like to see something come up with that, with that title, Hitting Back with Grace, and how that looks, and how, because people need that, because they don't know how to do that, because they're dealing with the loved ones. But Jerome has found a key to being able to voice his voice and to hit back with grace. So I would like to see him put together something like that and how that would work. Sandra Lucky just saying.
Oh, just Jerome, that's your audience talking to you. Ain't me. Yeah.
Sandra, along those lines, one of the books, I have not written it yet, and I got this title probably 10 years ago, and I'm going to write this book. And the title of it right now is, Why Do Christians Have to Go Solo? And it's a double entendre. Solo by yourself, and solo because you repel people. Why do Christians have to go so low? And to me, when you were just saying that, I know that I have to give examples and things like that. And when you were talking about having grace, that triggered that. So thank you, Sandra. I appreciate that. I got to add that to what I'm going to do with that. So thank you.
Always, that just means it's time. No wonder I've been seeing it. So I heard it a year ago when I got started with the fam, but yeah, so you knee deep now. Thank you.
All right, good. No.
Oh, and Antonio,
yes, sir.
You have helped me
I do that.
promote. You have motivated me to make sure I get that book done. Good. Because you don't fit the mold of the quote unquote Christian folks and whatever and all that. No. But for whatever reason, it's like, that's my man. But that's why that came to me, because the fact that in our religious arena today, you have to meet certain standards in order to be accepted, and people are hurting and people are struggling, and we're trying to make them fit, and that drives me crazy. It really does. And so you've helped me a lot with that. So I thank you, Sandra. Sandra, I gotta get on this book.
yeah, as far as my I don't think Jesus would question my Christianity, but his disciples would. It's a bit of a disconnect from the teacher and his students. It's a bit of a disconnect for sure. All right, let's try to bless Dolores now. She has a digital magazine, which is unfair description to her company because it's more, she has a media conglomerate that includes a digital magazine, but she also does interviews, events, books. She has an app, and she washes cars on the weekends. No, not the last part. So she does all that. I'll give an idea first. So the question is, how can we use Chat GPT to help her? Remember, it's always easier to tell Otis what he should be doing because we have confidence there. Okay, hold on, let me get one first, Yana. That is, she could take all her interviews and put in like a transcriber Google actually has one for free. And just get the raw words that come out. It could be crap. Don't need a format. Paste those raw words and then ask Chat GPT for 25 inspirational quotes off this paragraph. Now she has inspirational quotes that then serve the interview she just did, and then makes not only the person that looks good, not only makes the person look good who did it, because it's pointing back to an interview, but it's also pointing to her brilliant marketing that nobody's doing. That's one idea. I just came up with it off the top of my head. Go ahead, Deanna.
I forgot it.
That means you're actively listening. It'll come back. So look, I'll repeat the question. Hopefully it'll say something to trigger. We're helping her. Yes.
After you repeat the question, can you repeat your answer? Because I'm everybody that you're naming, I'm putting what the ideas that people come up with in chat.
Gotcha. No, that's good notes. I'm going to take the text from her interviews and have Chat GPT turn the text into 25 quotes. So now what I have is 25 pieces of media content for one paragraph of interview. And I say things like, my name is Dolores. I just interviewed Jerome, and Jerome's said something similar to this. Here is something here is a power that came from Jerome's interview. Bam. Or you don't even have to do that. You could just quote it. You just do the quote, the amazing quote, hope is something you believe in, not something you earn. For more like this, click this link. It don't have to be exactly that, but now she's got 25, and she can put that in the comments. It don't have to be, put it in the comments. She got 25 different pieces of content now to post back to one interview. And since they're quotes and they're helpful and they're not selling, she could post all 25 of those in one day if she wanted to. Everybody needs more content.
Awesome. Thank you.
There you go. Very welcome. Very welcome. So that's the idea I had. Deanna, did you get triggered? Okay. Just okay. You might can come up with some ideas. So she has a digital conglomerate. She does interviews, books, and stuff. She's Kirk Franklin on Sunday Morning Dance. That's not what it's called. You know what I'm talking about, Grace.
Sunday's Best.
There you go.
Oh,
Sunday's Best. And she is, go ahead.
She can take current issues.
She sure can.
That are going on within her industry, and she can ask Carlos to write a news article on that particular thing, and she can do a spotlight of the week or something and talk about that particular thing and use Carlos to write the article for her.
Absolutely. And there's no needs, you don't need to paraphrase or nothing. That's irrelevant. That is completely irrelevant. Don't need to paraphrase or nothing. As a matter of fact, let me give you the words for that prompt. Oh, go ahead, Deanna. I don't want you to forget.
Okay. What she can also do is those who come to her,
Hot.
She can use Carlos and she can let them know that she can offer a service. Like when she does the interview with them, she can use Carlos to write an ebook about what the interview was like. If they were talking about popcorn and pancakes. Pancakes sound good right now. Popcorn and pancakes. She can, and they were talking about it in the interview. What she can do is she can write an ebook on popcorn and pancakes and offer that to them as a way for them to have something that they can offer, like, because you have a lot of people that do interviews, but they don't have anything to offer the audience so that they can build their own audience. So she can do like a pre-interview And when she talks to them, she can ask them, hey, so is there something you would like to offer? And if they're like, well, no, I don't have anything. She's like, oh, okay. Well, what I can do is if you have a specific thing, blah, 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 I can write an ebook for you, and she can use that as not an upsell, but as an additive for her interviews. If they don't have
No,
anything,
that's brilliant. That's
like
brilliant.
her $5 bump, and she can sell them the ebook for $5, and then they can use that ebook to build their audience.
No, that's brilliant. As a matter of fact, yep. That's brilliant.
That's great.
That's brilliant. Let me capitalize. Let me put my capitalistic Republican brain on that. Okay. Everything she said, don't change a single thing she said. But then she has 3 tiers of interviews. Free tier.
There you go. Yeah.
Everything she said, free tier. We'll do your interview. But be honest with you, we're so backlogged, you may not come out from 11 months from now. $95 pushes you up to the front of the line. And it includes not only press releases, because you could ask for a press release by a particular episode, but it comes with a social media pack to help you promote your episode. We give you 25 inspirational quotes to help you promote your episode. Now, if you want to put your link there, so be it. If you don't, that's fine too. But we give you 25 inspirational quotes in order for you to do that. 25 Facebook posts is what you'll say. We give you 25 Facebook posts to post your 25 inspirational Facebook quotes to promote your own podcast. That's for $95. For $150, well, then you can just, you can do extra stuff, whatever that may be for you.
Did you say quotes? Did you say quotes or posts?
Inspirational post. I did say quotes at first. Now, is she charging for her podcast? Absolutely not. Her podcast is free. Divine Connections interviews are free. She's charging for speed of publishing.
Did you mention a third tier?
Yeah, I didn't go into detail for it. She's going to have to make it up.
Okay.
It'd be more than 25 inspirational posts.
And more than $95.
$150.
$150. Okay.
197, something like that. Dolores, are you being blessed?
Absolutely. Thank you so much.
There you go. Now you get it. All right. Just saying, you get the social media package.
I like that, Antonio. Yeah, that was good, boy.
It was Tiana's idea. I'm just capitalist.
You put butt on
it. Yeah. I'm just a capitalist, and to go ahead and make it work. All right, good. Let's switch now.
Thank you.
Very welcome. Very welcome. Very welcome. If you were Adonia and Tracy, because they're doing the same thing, leaving secured employment to go into the volatile brand, public figure, professional speaker industry. Well, how can we use Chat GPT to help them? I'll go first. If I left my job, I would want to fall on a bed of content. That's what I would want to do. If I had to leave my job, I would like for my safety net to be a bed of content because I can monetize content. Now, I would want monetizable content. Blogs, write this down, Grace. Blogs, post, reels, and articles, like blogs and articles, because of Medium, things like that. That's what I would want. I would want to fall on that. I would also want a bunch of lead magnets too. Even though that's content, I still want a bunch of lead magnets. I want to fall on 100 lead magnets, and 1,000 pieces of content. I'm not gonna lie to you. Because I can put content, I can monetize my traffic, reels and stuff from the content, but I could put in the first comments, hey, join me here. But the lead magnets, I don't need more than 100 because I'm gonna use them all the time, and they're gonna be for things that I'm selling. And then I would like to fall on at least 12 webinars, one a month, because I can make money on webinars. That's what I would like to do. Let me just be quiet for right now. I have more ideas, but let me share. Go ahead, Jamal.
I was gonna say use Chat GPT to create a script for you based on your content. So if they're doing shorts stuff like that, you know, use the your own, you're the one that wrote it. So use that content, put it in Chat GPT, allow it to make a script for you for a 5 to 8 minute video that's going to go on YouTube, and create a YouTube automation site where it's your voice. You're using your voice to use the voiceover for the content. So as you're creating the content, you're going to use like Canva or InVideo, and then you like we talked about before, and put those videos together, voice over the content, and then put those up there. And the way that I'm going to use it is I have some videos I've been posted on TikTok for a while, that Instagram, and all the ones that get over 1,000 views. I got some that have 10,000 views, whatever the case may be. I'm going to repurpose that content and then create the inspirational, motivational, videos that are playing in the background with my voice over it, and that kind of creates the people getting used to your voice. So that way, when you go and try to sell all stuff that goes on with it, so like you want to do a subscription site. Oh, listen to why I come with my head, just an odd one was that if you need $750, you can for 48 hours post that you're selling shares or a position in something, your creation, and and make an NFT for it. And then depending on how much your donation was, just a donation, right? Depending on how much your donation was, depends on how close you get into that. So I follow a guy named LaRussell, and that's what he did with his CD. He gave people a stock in it. He said, and now if you buy this NFT, all the products that I come out with from now on out, T-shirts, you get whatever, and every concert I produce after that, you get free entrance into it, for free. All you have to do is just buy this NFT and be a part of it.
That makes sense.
NFT, you got free content.
No, that makes good sense. All that was brilliant. All that was brilliant. And then especially as musicians, NFTs is gold for musicians. Gold. That's like, they don't let you own your masters. You can own that for sure. Everything he said was fantastic. And that's something to fall on. You can create that. We'll condense that, Grace, the last part, into a membership collection economy, to where they're buying collectibles from Adonia and Tracy. NFTs is a collectible, and they get special privileges from that collectible. In the chat, I put out the webinar layout that I've used for many years. It's right there in the chat. Webinar layout, and it says welcome 5 minutes. I would paste or ask for my little topic, and because Jamal gave me an idea. My whole webinar would be in video, my whole webinar, Grace. But I would do it small section at a time. Since I know the first is welcome, get your audience involved and ask them what they're hoping to learn. Then what I would do is I would have Adonia and Tracy do webinars, and I would take a paragraph of whatever Chat GPT already gave me, and I would say, can you write a welcome message for my webinar, a 5-minute welcome message for my webinar based on this paragraph? And now there's my script. Did you see what I just did? I don't have to think about it no more. There's my script. I put that in video. And then I go to, can you write a 2-minute webinar script saying you're in the right place if, based off this information. You get 2 minutes. And I would do that with each section. And then I would throw that in video, turn on the auto voice narration. And now in 30 minutes, you got a whole highly produced webinar with voice narration. I wouldn't even, if you don't need your voice on there, I ain't got to worry about my face. I ain't got to worry about my voice, but I'll be on that webinar in the chat the whole time. And I'll even do a little video before. Hey, everybody, my name is Tracy, and you're about to watch my webinar. And I'm so grateful. And I just want to tell you that I'm here the whole time. And somewhere within, right after that, I'll come back to you after this webinar. Please take good notes. I do not hold anything back. And then we'll reconvene in the last 15 minutes. All right, everybody, let's go. And then boom, narration talks, bam. Now you ain't doing no work at all. Highly produced videos, no work at all. And you say, well, I don't know how to do my webinar. I just gave you the script, or at least the layout. And from the layout, you get the scripts. Have we exercised the demons?
Thank you. You did. No demons. I'm actually getting ready to get on video. I'm like, forget it. But you know what idea you just gave me? I'm going to get with Tracy. We're going to do a webinar together. We're going to do a webinar together and see wherever that goes, because I really like Tracy, her thought process. I think there's some similarities to our caring and what we want to do. I'm getting with Tracy. We get ready to do some things. She don't know it yet, but I'm going to talk to Miss Tracy.
Oh, yeah. Ain't neither one of y'all going outside not fully dressed. I mean, dolled up. Ain't neither one of y'all doing that. That's you know, they dress for ceremony every day, Jerome. Every day. It's dress for ceremony, for sure. Heels all day. Tracy got on heels right now in the school. Don't make no sense. Yeah, it's prom every day, Jamal. And so we still ain't seen Adonia wear the same thing twice. Still ain't seen it. She got a house that is a closet. She got 2 houses. One she live in and one is just a closet. You know, that's what she got. That's what she got going on. All right, I think that's been helpful. That's all. We stayed in the quick money. We stayed in that. I think we've done well. I wasn't necessarily picking people, I was picking groups, because Tracy and Adonia handle anyone who's coaching. And then Dolores handles anyone that has a learning management system of any kind. And then I forget who I picked first, but I'm picking people
Jerome.
based on, yeah. Oh, wait, Jerome is the brand. So if you say I am the brand, then that would have helped you right there as well. So that's what I'm doing right there. Good. I think that covers everything, Grace. That does. That covers everything. I've exercised what I came here to do today. That's all I came here to do. Quick money. You know, that's all I came here to do. I guess I will, since I have no shame in asking to bless people, I would ask you again if you would send to Cash App any donation of any kind, $1, $2, or anything. We have, I'll show y'all real quick. Well, I can't show you.
Or
I'll try to show you.
buy
Go
a
ahead.
ticket, donate a ticket to the event. He put it in the chat.
Oh yeah, it's to the event. It's not. It's going to be. I don't know how to. I'm just so confident that I'm just so confident. It's like I'm arrogant. I don't really know what to say, but I'm not worried about people coming. I'm worried about showing my screen. Let's gotta log in, but I can't show you too much because every page has personal information on it. They need to stop. I mean, it makes sense. It makes sense, but let me show you. My goal is to keep so here, this is Securus. This is Securus, right? My goal is to keep my available funds at 0, and I got 7 unread messages. And my goal is to keep my stamps at 0. Remember, it costs 20 cents. $21 is 50 stamps. That's my goal, to keep my stamps at 0. Think of it as who remembers going to church and having the 3 offerings? I'm talking about the old school church. This ain't for everybody. This still talking about, you got the Sunday school offering, and then you got benevolent offering, and then you got the tithes and offering. You know what I'm talking about? This is a long time ago. Because ain't nobody had no opinions back then. That's just how it worked.
If you got a guest speaker, that was another offer.
Oh, but that was another offering then. All right then. You show right. The benevolent offering. One day I got so wise, and I was like, why is benevolent offering at $13,000? That's dumb. But they say benevolent offering is this much, and they'll give you the, when you go to like the church meeting every first Sunday of the year or something, they'll say the bank account is $40,000 benevolent offering. And one day I go, what does benevolent mean? This is giving. Well, this is supposed to be at 0. Every month it's supposed to be at 0. If it's benevolent, we don't store benevolency. That don't make no sense to me. It could just be me, Janice. See, this is my problem. See, this is why I told you to the disciples, I'm not necessarily a good Christian. You understand? To the disciples. But I don't understand having stockpiled givings. It's supposed to be gift. It's supposed to be give. Every time. I know we done gave so much to these inmates that I don't even know what to say. I'm working on the children, but I have a bigger plan for that. But I'm not going to say nothing right now. I have a bigger plan for that. I have a bigger plan for that. I have a automated plan for that, but it involves me releasing Arlenbrook. I'm not going to say nothing just yet. I'm not going to say nothing just yet on that. That is it for me. Any questions that I can help you out with before we go? Any questions? Any questions concerning making money, Chat GPT, and your business that's supposed to have lunch 2 days ago? Any questions?
I got a question.
Yes.
Hey, how many courses have you created so far? Are you still on that, or is that just something you was doing for the time? You're welcome.
No, we've I think Deanna's created 4. It should be, no, it's 5, I believe. It's 5. It's 5 because 1 was given away, 1 was for YouTube, and 3 was a bundle. And I did them in a manner in which I wrote most of the course first, so it can give me extra stuff according to what I wanted to do, because I am focused on how I want to brand or continue to brand myself moving forward.
How you gonna sell it? What's your idea? You just gonna do that one route you talked about with what is it? What course is it? What course site is that?
I don't know, but I got you though. I got you. I'm going to. This is great questions, and hopefully other people see what you're doing. What I'm going to do is I want to dominate YouTube and shorter video. So what I'm focused on here lately is long text I'm focused on adding, not replacing, but adding long text. And by long text, I mean 5 paragraphs on Facebook. And shorter videos, but high quality did up videos with in video, stuff like that. So I'm going to put those on YouTube, put those on LinkedIn, put those on, Reels, TikTok, etc. Because I want to start building automation. Like genuinely, my mindset is to automation. I said it last year. that I was moving ATS to 90% automation. I hope it could have took a year, but it didn't. It took 2 years or a year and a month now, 13 months, 14 months. But that's my goal is to be at 98% automation. So to answer your question, how am I going to sell it? In a manner that takes me to 98% automation. Now, that kind of limits, Grace, or not limits, it increases the standard and the quality of how I sell things. That's going to be, so things are going to be in the high quality, high quantity, in the high quality video, high quality content category. It's going to be in that fourth quadrant. And it's going to be on my social media plus social media. And it's going to be wherever things are paid. Podcast has taken an even bigger precedent for me now, as podcast is clearly my biggest market. I am looking to extend my podcast audience by 100 times this year. It's an unfair number. Stupid to even project that number, but I'm still projecting it. Why? Because I get paid automatically from podcasts, and I would like to start getting paid $10,000 an episode. So when you ask me how am I going to sell these things, okay, got you. Private messenger, I got you.
I think I'm talking about traffic. I think
that's exactly what I'm talking about. Because I'm saying I'm answering your question, and I'm answering your question at a sophisticated level too. I'm doing both because I'm going to sell them. But notice traffic, I'm going to where traffic already is, and I'm going to where people pay you for traffic. I'm doing both and. I'm going to where you get paid for traffic, and I'm going to where I can convert that traffic into emails, names, and phone numbers so I can get my own traffic.
You got a list of those paid traffic places like Red Circle and Medium and what other ones you're using? If you made a list of that, that'd be dope.
Okay, fair enough. Write that down for me, Grace. I'll make it down. I got no problem. He's
one right now.
I saw what he was doing earlier. That's why he asked. He helped me out. I just don't know it. He wants me to create a list of monetizable places. If you have a website, who do we use for the monetizing the website, Diana? I always forget the name. It starts with a P.
For media.
Well, see, I know why I always think it starts with a P. For media is one of those places, but I'll come up with a good list for y'all Monday, because that's when we'll see each other again.
So if I put create a list of monetizable places in lineup, you gonna know what I'm talking about?
Yep. No, but if you put it in the notes too, though. But yes, I will know what you're talking about.
Okay. Oh, also, the list of ideas you've gotten for everybody on the call, do you want those in the notes? I've already emailed everybody your stuff.
I want them in the notes because yes, I want them in the notes. It's my brand, because I'm giving all this stuff away and I want the on it. You got to realize, y'all don't. I don't know how to say that without saying it. Yeah, remember I told y'all yesterday, I know how to do that. Remember I told you that yesterday. I told you that last night, that I've mastered doing that. That long, uncomfortable. I sure do. You have to know when to segment your audience. And I'll give you an idea.
Antonio?
Yes, sir.
Before you say that, the other side of that is by putting all of it in the notes. There was stuff that was being said to Adonia and Tracy and to Dolores. I was like, ooh. So I can use that
absolutely
in my own little way, even though it wasn't being directed to me. And I'm hoping that somebody who listens to something you said for me could use some of that for theirs. So that's the
absolutely. I completely agree, and that's definitely my hope. I get a bunch of messages from a bunch of people And I get like Beyonce, like I'm Beyonce, and you know, and they'll say, please, oh my God, please, please, please help me, please let me meet you, blah, blah, blah. And this happens to the tune of about 500 messages a day. In fact, I'm gonna end with this because I'm gonna try to. Actually, I don't really care if you understand, but it is a human tendency that I'm not sure why it happens, but y'all are very guilty of it. You're very, very guilty of it. There's no doubt about it. I get my, like if I put out something, if I put out a book, everybody outside of this call buys that book. I can tell you right now, this is what's going to happen. I'm going to tell you right now what's going to happen. It happens every time. Put a book out. It's a crazy book. Phil's going to tell y'all, why didn't I not get this book? I recommend y'all really get this book. And y'all are not going to get the book. And that's just fine with me. But that book is going to sell tens of thousands of copies outside of this. And in my inbox is people begging to get the book, begging to get this, begging to get that, etc. So when you think about, I've gotten just used to where am I going to sell things? It's never here. It's never here. So what I've decided to do is, since I know that I'll give you a church example to explain to y'all what y'all are. Okay, I'm gonna give you a church example, explain to y'all what y'all. It'll make more sense as a church example, and it'll be kinder. You got the best. You like Jerome's like, oh my God, pastor is great, and Adonia goes, show is, and Shelly goes, yep, and got the best pastor in the city. It's a nice large city. It's Houston. What's that? Fourth, third largest city in the nation, something like that. It's something like that, you know. It's Houston. Church got 19 members. Pastor church should have a whole lot more, but those 19 members get fed so well that by accident, they go, we're not inviting nobody here. He's not going to be able to feed us. Guilty. All right. You're not gonna be able to feed us the way. If you get too big, then we're gonna lose this. It happens. It totally happens. It happens. And if you have been in a church long enough, you know you've seen it before. And don't fool me now. You know you've seen it before. That's why I said, let me give you a church example. It works well. And it's going to happen to all of you the more you rise. It's going to happen to all of you the more you rise. One of the greatest ways to motivate people who've been with you for a while is to bring in a bunch of new people who appreciate you. And then what happens is the old people go, sure, ain't not fit to love this organization longer than me, or better than me. I've been here, right? And then that rejuvenates the organization. And there always needs to be a rejuvenation. If you think about it, if 20% of the audience does 80% of the purchasing, look at you and ask yourself, where would you be in at 20%? And you're not, for the most part. So I would suggest that all of you receive that nothing's personal and move towards automation, whatever that may mean to you. I didn't tell you only automations, not what I said. You can think of automation as a membership economy in which you're offering subscriptions. Now, you may have to work, but at least the debit card will be automated for predictable revenue. Now, if you're actually hearing what I'm saying, I'm making a lot of sense. But feel I can't control people's auto suggestions. So I have no idea what's actually being heard by my voice. I don't know. I know it's getting there, but then I honestly I have no idea. All right. I've got no idea. Go ahead, Phil.
And a man hears what he wants to hear and disregards the rest.
There you go. I don't know. Right? I don't know. But I will tell you that when you move into that place, you should be crafty enough. When I'm talking about intelligence, we're talking about still having the element of your brand and your company small enough to change on a dime. That's something Jeff Bezos does. Well, he's not CEO no more, but that's something he did very well while he was CEO with Amazon. Amazon was so big, but it was always so small they can change in a moment. And it's really one of the most impressive things I've ever seen by a CEO like that. It's just Facebook too. Mark Zuckerberg's the same way. Well, if y'all like a feature he don't got, he'll steal that feature for somebody else. And he got it tomorrow. He's just really good about that. He really good about that. Y'all like TikTok? We got Reels now. How about that? You know, we got that thing. Go ahead, Shelly.
Can you hear me okay? I'm in the car.
No, we can hear you just fine.
Regarding what you just mentioned,
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to say ouch, and I'm going to be transparent.
Appreciate you.
That represents me. So I'm going to share this so maybe that you can or the group can help me to see a better logic in my way of thinking. So now I'm that person that when I find something, or just take the groups for instance, Antoine's group, Antoine's group, as well as this group, and I have a friend from church in Florida. Is be your own thing. Be your own thing.
Hold on, we lost your audio. Did you like connect to Bluetooth or something? Or
I think it jumped from my phone to the car.
Yeah.
So can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you now.
So he's the CEO of Be Your Own Bank LLC. So I've always wanted to know how to trade and know the terminology for trading, and I was involved with the business, etc. But there was opportunities there where I could invite my family, which I was always a person in my family that was going to make it so that I could help my family, bring them along. So I go out and I take classes and learn information to help. But when it came to Be Your Own Bank, LLC, and learning, in my mind, I was thinking, and it's the same thing with this group, because I have family members that have businesses that could benefit, that I would love to have be a part. And the same thing with Antoine, the group that we have there. But my way of thinking was, I didn't want to invite my brother into the group until I master it first. It's like, I'm going to go and invite them in, or, you know what I'm saying, market when I haven't mastered the skill myself, when I haven't fully learned how to trade or, master my business, etc. So that was my mindset. So I didn't want to bring them in and throw off my flow until I get it. And that was another thing too, bringing certain family members into the group that's going to mess up my situation, that's going to distract my situation. So my mindset was I wanted to learn and master it first and have the knowledge, complete before I bring someone else in, and then they excel beyond me. And that's the honest truth.
No, I'm going to answer. I'll let somebody else, but I'll answer. I don't really have advice for you to fix that, because okay, let me stop real quick. Let me stop real quick. She's saying, I'm like that, Antonio. I'm one of those people. She ain't the only one. I'm one of those people. Yeah, I have advice to change my mindset on this, right? To where I'm like, don't want y'all to get, I don't want to bring people in because blah, blah, blah. And of course, this is very common. Again, I bring it back to a church example so everybody can feel comfortable. Most church members, 9 out of 10 church members, spend most of their lives in church, adult lives in church, and never invite a single person to church. So this is very normal. I'm trying to take up for you. If your auto suggestion is not hearing that, that's what I'm saying, just to be clear. Let me tell you what I have communicated since I've been talking on this subject. I am trying to tell you that I understand why you do what you do. I just circumvented and created another plan. I don't have a problem. All right. So who can help Shelly?
I can.
There you go.
I'm just like Shelly, probably also like a lot of people here. It's okay to have that thought process because you're gun shy. Well, at least for me, I was gun shy because I had tried to put my people on to so many other different opportunities, and it crashed and burned horrifically, right? But here's what did me in. This is when my mindset started to shift a little bit, and I'm gonna, obviously promote this group a little more than I have in the past. I'm like, I'm just trying to learn as much as I possibly can, because you don't want to having that conversation with them, about what's going on, and you don't really know what's going on. Then they feel like they're being duped or whatever the case. They don't have the same conviction that you have, right? But when I sold insurance, I remember I was working with Primerica. This is a while back, and I had that same mindset. And then somebody I know that's close to me went and signed up for somebody else's program. That makes sense. And that was the part that hurt, because I didn't even offer them the opportunity to come with me. I just assumed, because of our previous relationship with other people, not even with that person, but with other people, that they were going to wet the bed when it came to time to get the information. So I didn't even offer it. And then when somebody else signed them up, I was hurt internally. You know what I mean? Because I was like, damn, they knew I was doing it, but did they really know you were doing it? You know what I mean? Like, they may have heard about you doing it, but you're not promoting it like you're doing it. So they don't really, now think about it. So when that other person, just think about it this way. And I always tell people when I was selling insurance, I'm not a death dealer, but I know for a fact I'm here for a reason. I don't know if you know I'm here for a reason, but I am. And I'm not trying to tell you, you know what I mean? You're going to die if you don't do whatever. I'm just telling you, take advantage of me while I'm there. And normally if I don't sell them something tragic happens shortly after that, not right immediately, but a few years after that. If they had nothing in place, I always felt bad about it. So you just put your best foot forward and offer it to as many people as possibly can, and just understand it. You're not responsible for the outcome that they get. You're not tied to it. Like, you're not, if they fail, that's them. If they make $1 million, that's them. That's got nothing to do. They just heard something different at a different time, and it worked for them differently than it did for you. And y'all individuals, you just there to help as much as you possibly can. If you can't help, then so be it. And that's it.
No, that's rock solid advice. I mean, I think you're the only person that need to address that. That was rock solid. Yeah. Go ahead, Shelly. Well, you might got to find your microphone in the car. It might be by your steering wheel or above your driver head. It's super low. Yeah, it's super low. Depending on what model of your car, I know, like in mine, it's got 4 microphones. They above the head, but it's a newer car, Jerome. So it's it's the older one's got it like under the steering wheel by the keys. Yeah. So you got to nearly be talking like that while driving, which don't make no sense. Yeah, it don't make no sense. No, rock solid advice. Yeah, no problem. Let me just help y'all. If you're asking, like Tony said, well, Tony, what you saying? I ain't saying nothing, to be honest with you. I'm really not saying anything. I'm saying I would never ask you to, I would never put my fate on you inviting people to this call. You crazy as hell. First off, I shut it down. Secondly, I don't trust you the way I trust me. So let's just keep it all the way real. There's no sense in denying this fact. But that's not a good business model, because the business model is always to blame yourself first. You got to add value, and then people will, according to that value, invite. And this is the thing. Now I know this call is valuable. It's not a problem here. When he asked, how am I selling? It is moving towards irresistible offers inside of automation. And I'm already there, but it's just a thing. It's just that thing that I am doing for that reason. I have my reasons, but my reasons have nothing to do with y'all. They have everything to do with scalability. But it's when you think about, why am I doing what I'm doing? Why am I cutting this off or cutting that off or doing this? It's because I've got the slingshot all the way back, aimed at 200,000 people join an hour. And there's a lot of human grace can't text 200,000 people joining an hour. Feeling Susan class is starting in 30 minutes. Let's just nip that one in the bud. She's like, thank you so much. You wouldn't have a life. You wouldn't even use the restroom. You couldn't. You couldn't do it. It'd be your only job. It'd be your only job. It doesn't make sense. So there's a lot of things that I have changed due to that. And then we're poised and primed right now. Right now, I'm so ahead on Arlenbrook, and I haven't even worked on it in 2 days because I've been working on other stuff. I got to plug in my hard drive. I put it on my hard drive field so I don't delete it again. But I've got like 5 different elements. I plan on still coming out in February. And there's some things that there's stupid little 3 errors I need to fix. It's just really getting on my nerves. But anyway, when you find an error in a million lines of code, it's near impossible. I mean, it tells you where it's at, but you still don't know what it means. I still don't know what it means. Anyway, it's just stupid. It's near impossible to fix, but we'll fix it. We'll fix it. What can you do to get automation? Don't have to worry about that. Well, excuse me. Some of y'all have to worry about that. Specifically, Phil, Susan, Deanna, Grace, don't have to worry about that because I have integrity. So I've already put them in automated spots. So as Arlenbrook grows, they grow. And I've got anyway, I've got the same thing I tried to do with the same concept I tried to do with Ricasa, and I had, okay, this 25 cent goes here, this and that. I just literally redid it with Arlenbrook. So if you remember that from then, etc. Which, be ready for Ricasa, because I did not kill that. It's not dead. Not even close. It's not even close. I just real slick. Like ATS Radio became Arlenbrook Radio. And instead of a separate site, it became inside of Arlenbrook. ATS TV ATS Radio became Candid Radio. And then ATS TV just became a feature inside of Arlenbrook. So a lot of things are still here, much better, because my technological skills got better. And Arlenbrook is like the best thing I've ever done. So it makes sense. It makes sense. And you ain't got to beg nobody to join on social media. And on top of that, Adonia, I don't need everybody to join the social media. You give us 10,000 people, we good. 10,000 people, we good. That's 100 of 1,000% of my audience. We'll be fine. When I launched it the first time a couple of years ago, it was 5,000 people joined in something like 5 days. I mean, when Stack kept coming here in 5 days, when the Clubhouse first came out, it was 5,000 people joined in 5 days. It was a bunch. I'm not worried about that. I'm not worried about that at all. What I'm worried about, not worried, but I'll use that word. What I'm worried about right now is my integrity, because I know what I'm going to do with the money. My integrity says, I know paying $8.99 for you to monetize your audience is valuable to you. Now I have to make it valuable to your customers. And I'm explaining what I mean. Your customers are going to get value because they want to subscribe to your exclusive content. So they're going to be happy. But my integrity won't let me just do that, because now I'm taking from your garden saying, Lord, bless my customers. So I want to add particular features for these type of people, places, and things. It makes sense when you see how I've got it broken up here. Here's Arlenbrook, and then here's features, and you see that I have subscriber features, and then user features, and then admin features, right? And I have anything for, like, this is what do I do? Like, I would like to see, when I log in, I want to see like every single user at the same time, but I haven't did all that yet. But there's features here. And you can see right now I've got 2 subscriber features. I want subscribers to have a user dashboard, and I don't really know what that means right now. And then I told you about the satire radio. Everybody features is, oh, this is the steps for me to create those features, thanks to Chat GPT. And then everybody features are all this, right? All this. So I got everybody. Now, how do I give you an advantage after that? I'm still working that out. Now, I don't need to have that worked out, Susan, before February. It's getting released one way or the other. I will work it out with feedback. If it don't get worked out to next year, Grace, that's what's going to happen. You understand? We release an iPhone 1. we not. Don't get it twisted.
To the 18th,
The
my
18th.
birthday.
18th, your birthday. That's good. I like that. I like that. That's exactly the kind of the motivation I need. Very good. The 18th. Good there. Get you to the 18th. Because it is done. It is done with the exception of errors. Yes.
I got a way that you can do that. You can give them an advantage by, and this is what the YouTube used in the beginning, was anybody that went live got priority over people that had just recorded videos and uploaded them.
Yep, that makes sense.
At least just on rollout, you know what I mean? Just what
Yeah,
start
roll
out.
out.
Yeah.
That makes sense. That does make sense. That does make sense. So that's just something I'm taking. Move towards. I just truly, I believe, and actually, it's not even belief. I don't know. It's not a belief. I have enough evidence. What if I don't want you to hear nothing else. What if everything we've done got us here? And what if it was always supposed to be Susan's birthday? And what if we are about to be one of those news stories that says this app is one of the fastest growing apps of all time? What if? What if I'm right, Adonia? And what if all roads led here? Are you ready? Are you ready? Can you say that you're ready to be, like, what if you were the first user for Chat GPT? What if there was a small group of 9 to 18 people that started Facebook, which is true, it was. What if you were there first? And what if it's happening all over again? My question is very simple, because employee number 27 at Facebook is a billionaire. Mark Zuckerberg made about 50 billionaires, and they all got mad at him. I don't understand the thought process. If you make me a billionaire, I don't care what you do. That's my homeboy, whatever. But he shot and murdered 2 people. Nah, they could do that CGI. CGI, you know. I'm just, no, right? He ain't guilty. He's not guilty. I believe 100% without believing that Arlenbrook is the next big thing. I have my reasons, but the people here, the Susan, the Phil, the Grace, the Deanna, the Jerome, the Law, God has to bless y'all. No, like, it's some of the greatest people on the planet. And at some point, God got to do something.
You already started with me, bro.
You see what I'm saying?
Already started.
If not, then everything's a lie, Susan. Like, it's all a lie. You know what I'm saying? Like, it has to, Adonia is a one-of-a-kind person, and Phil, and the people, I can't see in my head how we've been together this long to lose. My brain can't handle that. I can't handle that thought process. So I believe that it's
Look,
all right.
Moses, just keep using your staff.
Fair enough.
He will
Fair
see you through at all costs, because he has never lied. He has brought forth many, many visions for you that you cannot even deny, that they have connected together in an unbelievable way, and an unbelievable time frame that you had no idea was going to connect the way it connected, and yet still he has blessed you in a way that even your enemies, by way of their mouth and by way of their taking and snatching, has not been able to sink your battleship. I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
I receive that. Well, the one thing,
Antonio,
yes, ma'am.
the people you named, we all crashed together, came together in sunny Florida on one special day. Isn't that amazing?
Crazy, like,
yeah,
crazy. Lord, Gerald, it's just like, and what are the odds of that? Like, come on, Phil. We know. Come on, Urantia says differently. You know, that just don't happen by accident, Susan. So I know, like I know, and
I got to say something, Antonio.
No, man, go ahead, because it's proper.
And Susan is right. And
oh yeah, well, Susan.
When I first met you, I knew there was something about you, and I'm a strong believer in prayer. And God made it very clear to me that there was something about you. I didn't know what it was, because I'm telling you, you said some crazy things over the years I've been around you. Absolutely crazy, right? But the thing is that God never said go the other way, or he's a kook, or he's a whatever. It was like he let me know there was something about you, and that I was not with you by accident, that it was purposeful. And I've learned so much about Jerome from the hell with Antonio Smith. I've learned so much about me from being around you with your crazy self. I thank God for you, brother. I'm telling you right now. You still say crazy things. Don't
Oh, yeah.
get it twisted.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
That's not gonna change.
I'm saying, and
Wait
you
till I
do,
get to Susan's age. You watch when I say it is.
crazy, and you do crazy things as well. And I'm sitting there going, huh? And like that, Jerome, leave it alone because you're dealing with Antonio, and that becomes my normal. Yeah, that becomes my normal. But I'm sitting there going, this is no. I don't believe in access. This is not a dress rehearsal.
Mm-mm.
When I met you in four, like Susan said, I knew it was purposeful, and I knew God allowed that to happen for a reason. And I'm just sitting there going, thank you, God, thank you, God, thank you, God. Yeah, just thank you, God. But just like I shared with you that time when I called you in tears,
Yep.
right? In tears. Antonio, blah, 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 blah. You say, no problem, Jerome, we got you, boy. Blah, 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 blah. And before I can hang up the phone, God said, excuse me. And I'm like, huh? What's up? What's up? You can't serve two gods, Jerome. See, you didn't call me. You called Antonio. No, he didn't. Shut me down, Antonio. And I thank God for that because Deanna was trying to get them transcripts. I wouldn't send her nothing because I knew I was in trouble. But I thank God for that growth. And now I'm like, can't nobody stop me. This Romy Rome, Baltimore zone. You don't know, you better ask somebody. So I am so grateful, eternally grateful to God that he brought you into my life. And then I got to know Phil and Susan, Grace, Deanna, Shannon, a couple other ones that I ain't seen for a minute, but they're in the background somewhere. They'll show up again. But the point is that
they here.
Yeah, I know. But the point is that it's not an accident.
No.
That's what I know. I'm here for a reason. I'm here for a purpose. And I'm not here, like you said, just to gather up a whole bunch of stuff and do nothing with it. Hello? That's not why I'm here. So I just wanted to say it to you, buddy.
No, thank you. Thank you so much.
But you still a heathen.
Oh yeah. That's not going nowhere. It's my superpower on this planet. My superpower is to be a heathen. That's my super special power. For sure. I'm excited. February 18th is my new goal. I like that. You know, I like pressure. You know, I like that. And that's the new goal. And I believe that we're all going to do something great. Because now it has me thinking about servers and server rooms and stuff like that. That's not something somebody like me thinks about, you know. So I'm looking forward to it. It shouldn't be difficult for
Antonio,
us.
I gotta say one more thing.
Oh yeah.
This chat GPT, this artificial intelligence, it is much bigger, much bigger than what's out there. But this isn't for them. This is for you, my friend.
Yes, sir.
You're a very smart young man. And I'm speaking to you as Uncle Jerome.
Yes, sir.
You're a very smart young man. As you continue to travel this journey that I believe God has put you on, and as this world evolves, as we grow and we gain information, be careful that you don't get so caught. And you said this the other day too, that you don't get so caught up that you're missing some very important things. Because this chat GPT is not only going to put some other people out of business, I believe it can put you out of business if you aren't careful about how you navigate and negotiate, because it's going to grow.
Oh yeah.
It's going to grow. Okay, no question about that. And you're growing with it. But I'm telling you, pay attention, my friend.
Yes, sir.
Okay? And that's just what I'm feeling. Okay. So
yes, sir. No, I appreciate you. I appreciate you.
Can I add to that?
Yeah, of course.
But here's the thing. I want you to go out of business. Because if you go out of business, that means you met your goal. And now you're living the dream. You're not just talking about it. So I want you. I hope all of us help you go out of business.
Amen.
Because you have given so. And this chat GPT, there's going to be, knockoffs, and there's probably already knockoffs. And I believe, actually, we're a little late to the game, but we're not too late, right? Because we're in it now. We're in it because our brother brought us to it. So I hope that, and I'm gonna say it to hell, that you lose your job because you've done the work. Now you get to live in it and enjoy it.
That's it.
Well,
That's it.
Antonio he already didn't have a job and he already eliminated everything. Everything's eliminated, so you're already there.
I already
And
did.
that's right where you want to be, and
Right
your
where I
position where you need to be.
Yeah, that's a good point. Right where I want to be. You so right where I want to be. Ain't got no job, ain't got no income. Boom, all eggs in one basket. There we go.
Well,
I
it's
like
not that.
No, yeah,
It's not that. It's that you already positioned yourself for this. You
right.
know, you didn't need that baggage of all that.
Absolutely.
And the people
what
that
I'm
have
saying.
stuck around, you're like, here, I want you to know this and do this as your takeaway. You know, now little children, you're past teenage years, you're in your 20s now, go, you know, go. I'm giving you all the tools, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, very wisely said. Absolutely. That actually warmed my heart for sure. No, I receive all of that, especially you right it on because I don't want to do this no more. I've done this for what I want to do now is I want to be a cheerleader. You know, I want to stand behind Jerome and be like, that's it, Jerome. Here, let me buy 10 of them, right? That's what I want to do. I want to be a cheerleader now. I want to be Beat Meat's #1 fan. You know, I want to do that and stuff like that. I just want to be an employer. I want to be an employer, and I don't have to run this stuff. That's when Phil and Susan are smarter than me. They can run it. You know, they can they can run it. I don't need to run it. I don't need to run it. But yes. Somebody said you help me be fisher of men. So y'all go forth. I would say this. All last year, I've been saying the same thing, and I brought it into this year. Expect good things without evidence. If you've done the work, I'm a project myself on you. This may not be fair, but I feel like it is true for everybody, but it's true for me. Okay, it's true for me. So I'm projecting here. I know you feel like, this is me projecting, not you, this is me on you, that something great is for you. And it took longer than what you would have wanted. I'm just projecting, Jerome. That's all. I'm just projecting, okay? And that's okay.
Too damn long.
Okay, so I got one amen. All right. I know it took too long, and that's okay. Because somewhere in the taking too longness, Antonio, you let seep into you the doubt that God don't bless folk like you the way God bless others. And that's okay too, because you've released that. And good things are coming to you and everything you care about and everyone. And that it's here, but you're about to see all tangible results for all that invisible faith you've been showing. But every time I'm talking about me, okay? I just projected. And every time that you wanted to quit or took a blame for something you shouldn't have, and you did it with your chin held high, I got 100-fold just for those actions. Every single time Serena called and you helped, these are real things still happening. Every single time that you helped them Les Brown folk, now talking to me and Susan. It's all coming back, and you will see it. It won't come back in faith. It's going to come back with things you can hold in your hand. It's me. I just projected, Janice. I just projected. I don't know what y'all feel. As for me, that was all true grace. You hear me? When I ain't put no lie on there, Janice. I didn't even try to make myself look good. I ain't putting no lie on there. You take enough losses, it'll change you. It'll seep up in there. You know, you positive but sick. How is that possible? It'll seep up in there. It'll seep up in there real easy. You know, that you supposed to have a harder life. I'm just talking to me and Phil right now. Don't worry about everybody else, right? You supposed to have a harder life. That's okay. We're done with that now. Amen. We released that back. We're done with that. Maybe that was true, Jerome. That season's over for me and Phil now. You hear me? It's shit over. Done. We now go into ease without effort. Amen. I ain't got nothing else to say. You can't play better. You can't dominate. I see you on Monday for sure. And some of you I'll see tomorrow after tour. Thank you all so much. Love you, everybody.
Love you
Love
more.
you more.
All right, y'all. Y'all have a good one.
All right. You're welcome, Miss Janice.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.